So something you got to realize about Tucker Carlson and many other white hats, if you want to call it, is that they are purposely watering down content right now because they're trying to get a lot of the normies to wake up. And this is the stage we are in because a lot more people are being awakened to what's going on. And these people need to be handheld through the process. So don't be surprised when you have guys who have intel, inside knowledge, and all of these behind the scenes stuff that they're trying to communicate in a well-packaged way, dumb themselves down, water it down such that they sound like they don't know what's going on. Tucker Carlson just came out of Russia. He had a huge sort of tour around the modern living society. Like he went to McDonald's, he went to a grocery store, bought some food. He looked at certain foods and said that this was that Putin had banned GMO products, right? So he's making it sound, and a lot of others, like this is just, like I'm kind of figuring it out. I'm just stating it matter of fact. But he knows the evil. He knows what's bad about these things, about the cost of goods, right? He went into the grocery store and said that it was like $107 for a bunch of stuff, right? Obviously alluding to the fact that in America, it's much more expensive. Your dollar doesn't go far. There's inflation and just various other things to clue you in on the person who doesn't have sort of a take or a side on who Tucker is, or if they do, he's just presenting it in a way, and many others, right, in a digestible way, such that those people would wake up through means of either some suffering, some hardship in the economy, through an objective sort of third-person view into something. So all these things, right? So, but behind the scenes, they are informed. They have a strong opinion, the way that I have a strong opinion, and many other truthers or anons, if you want to call it, whatever it is, these guys are acting in a role. So what you have to realize is that some people are going to really dumb themselves down in this hour. This is the warning I want to give you. A lot of people, whether it's a Christian in a church, whether it's a truther in an anon community, whatever it is, these guys have to purposely water it down. And do not be surprised that it goes over some people's heads, only for them to kind of retract and backpedal a little bit just to make sure that people are on the same page, and then they kind of sprint forward. So I'm giving you this warning now, where it's an hour for which, if you speak very highly, you talk about drops and this and that and these conspiracies and those sort of conjectures to their eyes, right? If you say it in that way, it's going to be very much harder, especially going into this quote-unquote election season, of winning people over to the awakened side. So watch out for these kinds of moves. More of this is going to come. They're going to act, and I've said this before, there's a lot of actors. They're out there, and they're purposely doing things and saying, oh, wow, this is such a bad thing. Like, don't you think? And then other normies are coming in saying, yeah, you're right. Those things are bad. I can't believe it. I didn't know that. I was asleep to all that stuff. And so this is what's happening in this hour, in the next couple of months, in the next couple of years even. And this is why, if you have a stewardship over trying to wake somebody up, make sure that you are holding their hand in such a way for which it's not going over their head, but you have to move forward at their pace in some sense, if you are called to help them through the period. This is happening in this community, myself included. I'm trying to address more of what I call audience 3, those that are more enlightened, but I'm also going back, right? So that's why sometimes I'll say things like, oh my gosh, LGBTQ, I can't believe they're doing that agenda again. I'm saying it to a crowd that is not quite there. For you guys, you might look at it and go, okay, I mean, we're past that. Like, stop talking about it. That's very obvious to me. But there are others that need to be brought into the fold. So that's why sometimes, and many of us in this truther community will bash Biden in a sense. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Biden guy. He's so bad. He's ruining the economy. I can't believe he said those things. We're saying this knowing that this guy is a masked actor doing his part, but we have to kind of operate in this facade of, oh yeah, he is quote unquote this president. And so that's why people are faking in some sense and acting with what's going on to help awaken somebody else. It's kind of like you and your kids with Santa. You're operating and talking, and again, maybe if it's not Christian a thing, that's fine, but whatever it was with as a child, right? You're talking to a child, operating in their imagination, and such that it's digestible for them. The same is happening now, where we're all saying, oh, Biden is bad. Oh no, it's not good. But really, he's an actor being played to help awaken this whole movement of getting people on board with what's happening across the world and in current events. So this is what's happening right now. And I want you guys, all of you guys, just to be aware of this. More of this will come out, and it will sound like, continuity of the 2024 elections and everything is as it seems. But the purpose is to wake these people up into greater depths of awakenedness and enlightenment. So just wanted to give you guys this quick encouraging word. I want to say, please, I need your help over the next week. I'm going to do a lot more videos, and some of them will have sponsors. And I'm trying to get this out to as many people as possible, but also I'm trying to target my goal. I'm really hoping and praying that God would allow this to happen. And the GoFundMe page that I have, about half there, only like 500-600 people have donated. And I would really love, and I know much more than 500 people are blessed and encouraged by this, and you would see this as a way to give back in some sense. And those of you that don't use the electronic stuff, I know there's a lot of you, you've reached out to me. I have it's not a P.O. box, but it's a separate mailbox that I use, and it's for, safety reasons. It's not where I live and all that stuff, but you can see that address, mail me, whatever it is you'd like, in the Christian Store link. If you go to christianstore.com and then go to give, you'll see that address there, and you can reach out to me, send whatever it is you need. Would love the support, guys. I'm trying to reach this goal. Would appreciate the help. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.